You cannot change what you're not willing to accept. This simple concept, but very complicated concept, is at the heart of personal growth and transformation. I mean, think about it. How often do we find ourselves battling against reality, refusing to acknowledge our circumstances, refusing to acknowledge our mistakes, refusing to accept our nature, something we do so often? But here's one question. How has denial ever truly served you? Besides, of course, giving you a few moments of delusion, but you're back after your delusional trip and you're faced with these thoughts in your head again. And one thing I've realized is that most people struggle to accept so many things about themselves and their situation because the mindset around acceptance is that that's it. When you accept something, you are defeated. You cannot do anything about it anymore. But it's rather the opposite, right? Acceptance is not resignation. Acceptance is not giving up or accepting defeat. Acceptance is saying, okay, yeah, this is what is happening right now. Now that I know, I can actually do something about it. When you accept who you are, what you are, where you are, what you've done, the things that have happened to you, you gain power, actually. You gain the power to choose. You don't become helpless as much as our mind deceives us to think. You gain the power to act. You gain the power to transform it. Think about it, yeah? I mean, how can you possibly navigate to a new destination if you refuse to acknowledge your starting point? It's like trying to use Google Maps to get somewhere, but you won't impute your location and you won't give it access to check your current location. It won't be able to give you any directions. So you won't be able to get to where you're going. You'll be lost. You'll be wandering in circles and be thinking why you never seem to get anywhere. But when you accept your current reality, you accept your strengths, you accept your weaknesses, your triumphs, your failures, and you gain clarity. And with clarity comes the ability to chart a course forward. And I want you to understand something crucial, yeah? Acceptance does not mean you like everything about yourself or your situation. It doesn't mean that you're content with mediocrity or that you're comfortable with pain. It simply means that you're willing to see things as they truly are, without denial, without wishful thinking, without, oh, if only it wasn't like this. But it is. So I'm challenging you today, as you're watching this, what truth have you been avoiding? What reality have you been denying? Face it. Literally, stand in front of a mirror and face it and say it out loud. Embrace it, because only then can you change it. Before making this video, I spent 1 year denying the fact that I'm actually scared to make a video and telling myself, oh, I'm just too busy, I'm too private. I mean, I can be, but I want this. And only until I accepted that I was actually scared was I able to face the fear, or at least think of ways to manage the fear truly. And every journey begins with a single step, but that step must be taken from solid ground, you know? And acceptance is that solid ground that would help you to launch your change. And anyone who's watching this, I want you to know that you're capable of extraordinary things. but those extraordinary things will remain forever out of reach if you cannot accept your ordinary realities. Your flaws are not your enemies. Your mistakes are not wardens in the prison of your mind. They are your teachers. They are your guides. They are showing you where you need to grow, where you need to heal, where you need to focus your efforts. So when you accept your flaws, it's not you shining a light on all the things that are wrong with you. It's shining a light on all the things that can be right with you, So stand tall, look in the mirror, and accept what you see, all of it, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, because when you start to accept yourself radically, you will find change. You will find the seeds of change. And the beautiful thing about self-acceptance that I've realized is when you truly accept yourself, you no longer waste energy rejecting yourself. All that time, all that mental energy that you use in rejecting thoughts, rejecting experiences, you free up that energy for growth. You free it up for learning, for becoming. Acceptance is not the end of your journey. It's actually quite the beginning. And honestly, the journey of self-acceptance, not easy at all. Not for the faint of heart. It requires you to be courageous. It requires you to be brutally honest with yourself. It demands extreme honesty. And it calls for perseverance. These 3 things. But I believe in you. I know you have that courage within you. You can be honest with yourself. You're stronger than you know. You're more resilient than you believe. And you're far more capable than you have ever allowed yourself to imagine. So I ask you, are you ready to accept yourself fully, to embrace your reality completely, and use it to push yourself towards the life that you actually desire? Because here's the truth, you are the sculptor of your own destiny, right? You already have a destiny, but how you get there, you kind of are in charge of sculpting it. And you need to accept who you are, where you are, and what you've experienced. Because from that place of acceptance, you can write any story that you choose. The choice is yours. So accept and then change and transform and become. Because you honestly cannot change what you're not willing to accept. Once you accept it, the changes you can make, the life you can create, the person you can become. Welcome to Embrace You Fully.